Meow? Well, at least I think it should work. Maybe I will need to buy a small microphone just because. I mean, it is €100 mic, but we're all not perfect either, right? Anyway, hello once again. I've taken a look and I released my last video like 2 weeks ago. And I'm not the kind of person who likes to say that time passes fast. That's not me, but this is kinda is. Anyway, and today I wanted actually to talk about what I struggle with in music production. Spoiler, everything. Yeah. No, I wanted maybe highlight the kind of most important or most hardest things. And the first thing that actually comes in my mind, not because I don't have enough knowledge, enough experience, enough time to do all of that, but that I am, producing myself. I think it more relates to the voice, to the singing, because if it would be somebody else, I'm pretty sure it would be easier because you wouldn't have maybe some additional judgments, or you would even see the kind of not the bigger picture, but you can judge better in a way. Because it's not that I don't like my voice. My voice is fine. It is alright, especially when I cough a lot and it becomes lower, I'm like, who is that girl? Who is that girl? I cannot do it that low. Not today. Maybe later. Yeah, but in a way that I cannot get the experience from my singing and my voice from the third person's eyes. Yeah, because I understand. Does it sound good? Is it alright? Is it good? And even if I try to imagine that it's somebody else singing this song, which is me, but somebody else, would I like it? And then I'm like, I don't know. I actually don't know, because maybe, not even maybe, I think voice and singing it's not the only problem, because the music production, I think the more you learn, the more in the corner you are, because you're like, what? There's so many things even to learn. And this is kind of crazy. The other thing I would say that I'm struggling with is, of course, the perfectionism. Like the EP that I released, I think November, with those 4 songs, there are days when I'm like, production is so bad, this and that, because when you look in the projects, how I look at these projects of the professional mixing engineers and stuff like that, I'm like, what? They have kind of hundreds of those, how they call tracks? Yeah, where they have all kind of stuff. Like instrumentals, vocals, all that. But I had I don't know, barely anything. Yeah, but with this perfectionism, I'm still glad that I just, I'm like, just do it. You need to do before you think sometimes. Because sometimes when you do something before you think, it might not come out as good. But when it's something related to this, where you postponing over and over and over and over again, you will, will find myself like me, years not releasing anything. We're not gonna count that I didn't spend that much time of learning anything and practicing anything, but it doesn't matter. Still, the thing is, whatever you release there, even though people say internet remembers everything, whatever, you can always, I think, still redo things and delete them if you want, even the big stars do it, whatever, doesn't matter. And I think if you release something, then you delete it and people still remember it, it might be a good thing. That might be a good thing, you know? So at this point, and now I have no ready songs, yeah, but there are some in process, as I was saying. And at one point, you need just to let it go. Because if you don't do it, there won't be energy, space and time for something new. Because I am having thoughts that one day to come back to my EP and to redo it better, but not now, because you know, if I get too obsessive with it, I will never finish that, and we don't want that. We want some progress. Yeah, we want that. Alright, so another thing that I can think about that I struggle with is as well not trusting process, but in a way of when you have halfway or even more done project, yeah, it's not perfect, it's like in so many things and it's good, but you're like, no, something is off, and I literally redo my whole song, and this is really mentally tiring. And then after some time, because it already happened to me a couple of times, you come back to like demo or original song that you wrote at first, and it sounds good. Maybe it doesn't sound amazing, but it sounds good because it's originally what was it, right? And it recently happened to me once again. I had a song, I don't know, I liked it, I got accustomed to it as well, and at one point I'm like, no, there is something missing in it, because you know, as unknown artist, you want to have something memorable in your song that might potentially blow up. You never know if it's gonna happen or not, but you want to do that. And I think because maybe I'm pushing myself to think as well how I can make it a potential hit, which is quite hard, and kind of not hard these days, but anyway, I think because of that I tried to redo my original good little stuff to something which is, yeah, it's okay, but you know, it's not the same in a way. So maybe, as I was saying, I think in previous video, it's just better to do things how it flows, how it goes, how you feel it to be. And then, you know, maybe one day you'll release 10 versions of it. Because I was thinking about it, you know, just to have an EP of the song with the different versions, like people have with any song, like a cappella, instrumental, vocals. I would just release, maybe not 10, like a couple of versions of the song. I know it's quite interesting. And then you can just, I don't know, pick whatever you like. Mentally tiring, yes, but quite exciting, don't you think so? Kinda, yeah. So for now, I think it's the main things that I struggle with, because you know, technical stuff you can learn. I mean, you can learn everything, but still, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, why not? Why not? Yeah. I think that maybe one day I will be at that point, not taking it that serious, because you should take some things serious and you want your songs and music to sound good, but at one point you should not be too obsessive, and I tend to be. Maybe I should write a song about it, you know? There's the lyrics, you can figure it out, especially you know how many thoughts I have in my head and how many notes I have in my phone. Oh yeah, it's not a problem. And instrumental, yeah, not the problem. I think one of the most important things in the song is to nail vocals, how you sing it, emotion, rhythm, and all that kind of stuff. And actually recently I finally kind of understood the rhythm. I'm like, oh, that's what you talk about. I wonder how people with the music education, they don't appreciate the basic things that they know, that other people like, Is that really how it's working? So yeah, if you want music production, maybe you can share as well what you struggle with, because I'm pretty sure there are even really experienced, I like to call them musicians. Yeah, you can be engineer or whatever, this and that, master. Is it called master engineer? No. Mixing engineer, master engineer, whatever engineer, still people are musicians. That's all I'm that's all I'm saying. Even the experienced ones, I'm pretty sure they might have something that they maybe they don't like to do, meanwhile struggling to do it. Yeah, by the way, over time it should be okay. Oh, what? I think I wanted to combine alright and okay, and I'm like, okay. Anyway, I'm here once again, and at least for now, I'm not going away, because I need to release the songs. And you know, also as I was thinking about, related to my previous video, not how I was saying that I'm gonna release one song at a time. You still can, you know, later put them all in a whole album. Who would tell you no? Not me. Because I initially wanted this to be an album, but it's not. Quite interesting, you know, I'm talking about some mysterious songs that you haven't seen. No, there are like 4 that you could see in my EP, but still. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I need to play, I need to work, I need to think, I need to sing. Bye!